Get an insider look at a private conversation between two millionaires.
You need a proven blueprint, which exactly is what you do. That's why I like working with you, because you have a blueprint and it's been run on you.
Miquel Gironès.
You need to trust yourself, because it happened to me that I had assistants, they dropped after 1 week, then the next one dropped in 3 days, then the one dropped in 10 days, and I was like, what's wrong with me? And I realized that no, man, you just need to find the person who understands you. And there's always that person. It arrived.
Peter Lewinski.
You are surrounded with people who always optimize and are just trying to get better and better and better.
Yep.
And it's the same vibe Dubai and Miami and other cities around the world, and it just gets to you.
Your journey with martial arts, how does it start, and how did it shape your life?
It's like it made me who I am, you know?
They talk business and mindset while driving through the city of Dubai.
In one human generation, one human life, the sheikhs, they build this city from ground up.
Here you see people that are so wealthy, they don't show it off.
Have a conversation about life in Dubai.
What brings you here, by the way? Like, what made you choose Dubai?
Yeah.
Like as a place you come back again and again?
Exactly, yeah. You know, I grew up in the US, and many people don't realize this, but Dubai is very similar to United States.
Yeah.
And especially to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have so many entrepreneurs here.
Yeah.
And especially from the digital economy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, online marketing, whatnot. So it's very similar to Miami in this sense. So it's very different than like New York or California, where you have all the corporate world and startups.
Yeah.
Here you have like 22 years old who are making like 250K a month, and they are upset that they are not making 1 million.
Yes.
Because you have a next one who is 24 years old and he's making that.
Correct. And you have your neighbor with 3 Ferraris and 2 Lambos and 1 Rolls Royce.
Exactly, yeah.
And then they're like, fuck, why I only have 2?
Yeah,
exactly. 6 supercars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, and the Emirati, they have the dream. It's very similar to American dream.
Yeah.
Because look, here, this wasn't here like 50 years ago.
Correct.
And even in 2004, they were just building Burj Khalifa, which is like 20 years ago.
Yes.
In one human generation, one human life, the sheikhs, they build this city from ground up.
Totally.
What do you like, Miguel, about Dubai?
I like the convenience and the speed of Dubai.
Yes.
Like, I crossed the airport, I was shooting a video yesterday. It takes literally 10 minutes maximum. It's such an efficient airport, like with the smart gates and everything.
Yes.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm traveling quite a bit, you know, probably 50 airports a year. And I can compare, and Dubai, it's one of the fastest.
It is.
Yes.
And
for the size, right? Yes. For the size.
And it's so affordable and comfortable because you can hire this service, Mahaba, or so, I don't remember exactly the name, and they can pick you up at the gate and drive you through a taxi from there to your car.
I never used that one.
Yeah, I did it a couple of times, and people use it. And whenever someone flies in and they're like lost, it's such a flex because like your mom is coming and it's like, Mom, you know, they're going to have a name with a card with your name at the entrance.
Yes.
And people from the first class, they don't know about this. From business class, they don't know about this. And then they're waiting for her with her private taxi and they just drive her through. It's crazy, man.
Amazing.
And it costs like, the silver option costs like $40.
Oh, man.
And the gold one costs like 90, depends on the demand.
Yes.
But come on, like in Paris, this can cost like 2,000.
Yes.
Sometimes it's in Amsterdam, it's like 500. Like normal person cannot do this, but here, for $40, you can have such a
incredible
experience. Yes.
Incredible. And also, everything's competing with, let's say, Karim.
Yes.
You know, similar to Uber here.
Yeah.
So, easy. My assistant, for example, I said, look, I need candles. And she was like buying some kind of, yeah, man, I like to get a moment with myself at night, you know, just like putting it in a bathtub. My glass candles there, I love it, with the tea. And man, a matter of a couple hours, candles ready, boom. The hotel, the reception picks it up, brings it to my room. Easy, you know, it's like anything you can visualize just happens fast here. Yeah.
I told you about my tests, the blood tests.
Bro, you gotta explain that.
Yeah,
it's such a hack.
Yeah, it's totally, you just WhatsApp them, like you get a few numbers from the internet. You can also ask your friends, like which one you used, but basically all the same. So you WhatsApp them, hey, like what test, you know, like for vitamins, for Vitas, whatever you want. And they just are so super responsive. There's so much competition.
Yes.
There's so much competition. Basically, the nurse comes to your hotel room. The hotel knows about this because a lot of people do this. They just call you like, nurse is here. I'm like, yeah, let her in. She comes, takes your blood vessels in one day. It's like very advanced. It's like, I've been in a few around the world. It's very, very good. yeah, she leaves, and in the next day, in the morning, you have the results.
Amazing. Amazing.
And a lot of people do this here, like also like in Miami. So that's another thing which a friend told me. What she likes about this place is that you are surrounded with people who always optimize and are just trying to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
And it's the same vibe Dubai and Miami and other cities around the world, and it just gets to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. What differences you see between Dubai and Miami?
I think the obvious ones, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So first is the psychological thing about in the US you are an individual and you're on your own. You can carry a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Here you also kind of can, but basically, the law here is enforced very, very strongly by the government, by the state.
Mm-hmm.
In the US, it's very like you just take care of things yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here you are very tight. You have to behave yourself very properly.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone here is on their best behavior. All the nations, you know, and there are some main nations which are here, and pretty much the entire world. All of us, including me, of course, and you,
Mm-hmm.
we are on our best behavior.
True. Totally. Totally.
We will not say like things like, you know,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
F word, show the finger. Like if you do this,
Yeah, you get kicked out.
very
and that's
fast.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, this is something similar that happens when you go to you have two houses, right?
Yeah.
In the first one, everything's clean, everything's impeccable, pristine, and you finish, for example, drinking a glass of water, and you politely go and put it in the kitchen, and even like you rinse it and you just keep it, right? If a house is dirty
Exactly.
and you're finishing a glass of water, you'll most likely be like, there are 7 glasses, I'm just gonna leave mine, the 8th one, on the table.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, somebody's gonna clean it.
Yeah.
I think this exact example is what happens here. You see everything so clean, so safe. Everybody's on the top game, as you say, well dressed, well mannered. You want to be one of them as well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And because of that, service is just impeccable. Impeccable.
Yes.
It's like 3 times. First of all, it's like for many reasons, like cheaper 3 or 4 times cheaper than in Miami. But even if you spend the same dollar in there and in here is just different.
Yeah.
You have like 5 people coming to your table to serve, or like, you know, give you food and just take care of you. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Another thing that I like here is they are much more humble than in Miami.
Yes.
I see more sense of entitlement.
Yes.
Or the, hey, 30% tip. What? You're giving me 20% tip? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And this sense of, whoa.
Yeah, and sometimes we even give the tip to a robot. Like
Yes,
there's no
yes.
person involved. We are just doing self-checkout,
Yeah.
and they still ask you for that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Here I feel there's this, probably, of course, influenced by the religion, this
Yes.
hospitality.
Exactly.
That it's very accentuated. Whereas on Miami, I think it's more of a religion-less society, more atheist,
Yes.
without God, you know, without any value system that ties them to respect and all of this. More like wild west,
Yes.
and just money flowing around. Here you see people that are so wealthy, they don't show it off.
Yes.
You know, they do it in very subtle ways.
Exactly.
But
And we
you
can
see
talk
them
about that, how they do it.
with
as well,
these
yeah.
robes, you know, white robes, just super simple, and they have like billions, not millions, billions in the bank account.
Exactly.
They don't need to flash.
This is such a good insight. I love it. And we can connect it to what we are going to do now,
Yeah.
which is martial arts.
Correct?
Everyone in martial arts, you don't have anything on you. You don't have your watch, you don't have your car keys,
Correct.
your jewelry, you cannot have that. You have only either your, you know, like boxers for boxing, or like in judo, for example, you have your judogi, your kimono, and you are equal. This character is a little bit now, you know, but let's, for example, you know, Vladimir Putin,
Yeah.
he has a black belt in judo. So imagine fighting with him. It would be just your 2 bodies, a body against body. That's it. And the same happens with the robe of sheikhs, you know, and the women the same.
Yes. Actually, tell us more about this, because you are a black belt in judo. You have competed over 150 times in tournaments.
Yes.
How is your journey with martial arts? How does it start, and how did it shape your life?
Yes, brother. I mean, it made me. It's like it made me who I am, you know? People cannot take all this studies, education, work, etc., because their bodies are weak. So I really believe, like for my, you know, for my kids, son in the future, etc., they are going to start from this, not from like how to make money or education or whatnot. They need to have a strong body, you know? And then you can just sit in front of the computer for the entire day. You can like 12 hours in front of the desk. What is this? You know, I fight guys every day, you know, and I just that's the real difficulty, you know, just falling down and keep going at it, right? So yeah, it made me who I am. It's like 50%. It's like a secret hack. You know? It's a secret hack for everything. How to walk on the street. You walk like no one can tumble you. You know?
Yes.
You are so secure.
Yeah.
You know how to step on the floor, and men and women notice this.
Yeah, totally. You convey this confidence in everything you do. The
Yeah.
way you talk, the way you carry yourself. We had an interview with an ex-UFC fighter, and he said, we go through so much violence in our training.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
You
I
know,
like this.
that then your heart rate
Exactly.
it's so low and so chill under normal conditions
Yes.
that it's noticeable
Yeah.
by people that the heart rate is a bit higher because they are not reaching those extremes
Exactly.
of surviving, basically. Like when you are in a cage,
Exactly.
you're fighting for your life.
Exactly.
Of course, there's a referee, blah blah blah, but
Yeah.
instinctively they are going after you.
Yeah, people exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's forced. Miquel, you're 100% correct. You know, we as men, especially, we don't experience violence anymore. You know, and it's one of the things which really it was a pressure of the environment, which help us with so many things like building up the testosterone, for example, which is so important for functioning of the young man. You know, and even in such a forced, kind of faked, theatrical violence, still for our minds, because we are very primitive in the end, it just does marvelous things to our body.
Yeah. Yep. We have this expression in Spanish, which says, perro ladrador, poco mordedor.
Exactly.
The dog that barks the most is the one that bites the less.
Exactly.
Would be the literal translation. And basically meaning that usually a dog, when he's fearful, he's going to be like very noisy and very like, "Arr!"
Exactly.
And people that are like these, that react so quickly to things, they have not been offended enough or they have not fought enough. Because if you have a lot of violence, you usually carry yourself in a much more humble manner.
Yes, and
Because you know you're going to get your face punched, basically.
exactly. I love what a clip from Tate Brothers, which explain exactly this. You know, they rarely get into the fight because when he talks about this, one of the brothers, when he enters, he just analyzes the entire environment. You know, and you have a vision which is peripheral vision here, and you're always paying attention. You are always aware, and you are taking care of the threats before they happen. So you know which guy is going to be aggressive, and you have so many options then to deal with him. You know, you can even approach him immediately and make friends.
Yeah.
Because the violence is always the last option. You know. But then you go for real violence.
Yes. Totally.
But okay, this is like really extreme. What we are talking about is the martial arts.
Yeah, but it's extreme, but it's a part of reality. You know?
Yeah.
As a man, you need to know how to protect yourself.
Exactly.
How to,
Yeah. And one thing which
remain calm.
We know one group which loves this attitude are women. Even in Dubai here, they're like, I tell them about this. I tell them that I'm always, paying attention. I'm going to protect you, take care of you. And they're like, but here there are no threats. Like everyone here, but like, no, it's the, approach, the attitude, and they love it. They try to resist it, but when you explain this to them, they're like, wow, yes, you're right.
When you go to Paraguay or when you go to other places, now Paraguay is pretty safe as well. I cannot say like it's a place you're gonna feel it, but let's say you go to the northeast of Brazil or Medellin, all of these. If you practiced it, then you can go anywhere in the world and feel safe and make her feel safe.
Exactly, so, and there's a difference with United States, right?
Yeah.
With Miami, for example, this heightened awareness you have to have more there. Yeah, and also this is very interesting, which I wanted to tell you about Dubai. So like a little bit of a dark side of like these cultures here. What you have to realize is that US has a huge army, and all men do sports, and they excel in Olympics. But here, no one does this. Do you know any Olympic level sportsman from United Arab Emirates?
Not really.
Do you know Americans? They are always with so many goals.
Many Americans.
Yeah. And also
Michael Phelps or runners.
Exactly. Yeah. But here you cannot think of this because there's no culture of fighting. There's no army here, and there are no sportsmen. So then expats like us who come from, who went to the military, who did the martial arts, who did sports, just excel in Dubai. Because both men and women are attracted to them. So that's another reason why you really enjoy coming here. Because if you go to Miami, everyone is way better than you. You have like the UFC champions all around you, the bodybuilders, their bodies are perfect. You have to really find your angle there to be in demand.
Stand out, yeah.
Yeah, stand out. But here, usually just by this virtue of mentality, you already stand out.
You have to compete maybe with other expats that are coming here.
Exactly, yes.
But not the locals, you would say.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I think they are playing in another league. I mean, we are playing in one, and then they might be on the billions,
exactly.
You know, and they are with the same rope and everything, but between them, they know what leagues they're playing. But it's true, I don't feel there's any competition with locals. They're just playing a different game. And probably it's an even more advanced game than many of us.
Yes,
They're talking about, how to make more millions, and they'll be like, how can I close a half a billion deal, you know, with this sheikh or this country of the GCC. So
no, exactly. There is
levels and levels, right?
Exactly.
And now talking about levels, because you mentioned before, it's so true. The UAE expanded so quickly. They bended time in some way. You are also a person who loves to hack time and who bended time in your ways, finishing degrees much faster, achieving things that usually people would take this amount of time, you did it in half. What's your approach with this? Like, how do you define, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it in half the time? Like, it's just pure mental power that you have, or you also have some strategies or thought process behind, okay, this is the goal, I'm going to achieve it faster.
Yes, there are many elements to it. We could talk a long time about this.
Yeah.
But basically, I get bored very fast. I really like living in the state of flow. It's a concept from like 80s from a famous psychologist. So when you start throwing, for example, in basketball, from and you get 8 out of 10, or like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. You start like you are out of the sync and out of the flow state. So what you have to do, you have to move a little bit further, and then start hitting like 2 out of 10 throws. So this happens with whatever I do. I start doing this, and then I'm like at 9 or 10, and most people just are happy with the state, hitting 9 out of 10 balls all the time. I'm like, no, come on, man. I'm going to go farther, and then where most people also stop. But what I do, I find this process to be boring. And instead of moving farther away, like 3 meters, I just move 30 meters away and I see how I can still throw it.
Yes.
And then I just look for hacks and all the structure, how to make it happen.
And then 3 meters, it's super easy for you.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you're used to train in this analogy, by 30 meters, right?
Exactly.
The other side of the court.
Yeah. And you can achieve crazy things, and you have to be very finessed and calibrated to do these things. And I also escalate very fast. So for example, with the studies, as I told you, usually you have, you study 1 year in 1 year, but there is nowhere written that you cannot do this like you can do 2 years in 1 year. So I did multiple times, like 5-year degrees in half time.
Yeah.
So I did it once, but then I got bored. So when I was doing my, for example, PhD, instead of 5 years, I was doing it in half time. I said, okay, let's crank it up. I'm going to start another degree. So at the same time, I was doing yet another degree, which I did like in 60% of the time. Then I was like, okay, this is not enough. Let's just, polarize my body. So I was working full time in a job. And the fourth one, I started to learn Dutch. And I had a girlfriend. So, then you realize, because what you have to be, you always have to be in a state of mind where you have 2 people.
Yep.
One who is not busy and another who is very busy. And you have yet another task to do. Who do you give it to? To the person who is not so busy, or to the person who is very, very busy? Who you give it to?
Yeah, you would naturally give it to the one who is not busy, right?
Yes, but you give it to the
busy one.
To the busy person.
Because he can still handle more. He's used to his fast pace,
Yeah. You always give the task to the busy person. You have 2 employees on the floor, the one who is not used to the speed, another one is, and you give it to them. So you have to think of yourself from that perspective.
Interesting. Do you handle teams right now? Do you manage teams?
Yes, like of the VAs, yes.
Okay. And how do you put them to this speed? Because one of the challenges I found is matching another person's speed that is not used to this lifestyle we are living, right?
Yes.
And then when you put it together, it's so big the difference that even things that you consider normal, you need to explain.
Yes.
How do you do it? How do you manage your VAs?
Yeah, so the first step is just a selection process.
Yes.
The selection process.
How does it look like for you?
Yeah, so you have the entire script, you have qualification criteria, and this is not only for managing like teams, it's pretty much for anyone. Even like if you want like a girlfriend or a wife, you can basically do the same thing. So unfortunately then what happens, and it's on you, you have to go through a very big volume of interviewing people. But you don't waste time and you interview them one-on-one, but you interview them through text, through automation, through tasks, and only in the end you have a video interview with them. Mm-hmm. So you make them run through a lot of hoops, mm-hmm. And basically 1 out of 50 or 1-on-1. So you have to interview around 100 people to pick one.
True.
It's always like this.
Where's the source that you start with?
Yeah. So and then you want to keep your costs low.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Exactly. So of course, Upwork, Fiverr.
Okay.
Yeah. I also have one connections. For example, there are some agencies who specialize in this, and they give you a shortcut. It's like a shortcut, mm-hmm. Because they actually do this type of thing. So, but it saves you, instead of like interviewing 100, maybe you have to interview 40.
Yeah.
Or 30, and they also are responsible. And the nice thing, they can swap them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the first thing is selection, and then of course it's training.
Training. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's the training?
Yeah, so we also talked about it. Basically, you need a proven blueprint, mm-hmm. which exactly is what you do. That's why I like working with you, because you have a blueprint and it's been run on you. Mm-hmm. That's the first step. Then you run it once on some other person, and then you scale it up to 200 people, 200 times. So you have a blueprint, you have a script, and it works in different situations for different people. So the biggest secret sauce and the value is in the script, but not just random thing which is written down. It's been field tested. Yes. And you have so-called irrefutable visual evidence of the KPIs that other people using this script, they got the results.
Correct.
So this is also how you hire people. You cannot really hire, you can also hire, like you can engage with people based on this, right? Mm-hmm. It's always irrefutable, we call it irrefutable visual evidence. Mm-hmm. You cannot fake it.
Yes.
You cannot. If you for example, you hire VAs, virtual assistants to get you leads, mm-hmm. right? With this script. And if someone can show you, look, here, 1,000 DMs from potential clients within 2 months on their phone, and you see that happening in live, you're like, yeah, this is true. I want that. I'm going to pay 10K for this.
Yes. Totally. Receipts.
Yes.
It's
blueprints. Yeah, receipts.
Yes.
Yeah.
The receipt is the proof that the blueprint, as you said, works.
Yeah.
Yes. Because some of the things that I implemented myself is I get my senior assistants or team members. Now they know, they've been working with me for like a year and a half. They know how I operate, and they hire for me. I'm at the point
yes.
that now I don't need to do interviews or anything.
Yeah, perfect. But it only works
a lot of time.
But only because you went through this and you have blueprint, and and because often they will resist it. Yeah. And you will also doubt yourself. But you will just force it through, like, no, stick to the script. Don't do anything else. Do this.
Totally, brother. You know what you hit into something. You need to trust yourself, because it happened to me that I had assistants, they dropped after 1 week, then the next one dropped in 3 days, then the one dropped in 10 days, and I was like, what's wrong with me?
Exactly.
Because if the problem was with them, the third one would stick.
Yeah.
But I've tried 8, and they can't tolerate, or they can handle this speed, this pressure, that I live with. And I realized that, no, man, you just need to find the person who understands you. And there's always that person. It arrived later, but after 15 tries, even after screening, I thought, this is the best one, this is going to be perfect. I paid, after 10 days, out. It's like, hey, this is too fast, I have a lot of work, I'm not a good fit, boom, out. But now there's people sticking, and now the team is amazing, but there's this tale that I really like, that is an old man that wants to teach a kid about the value that he has, the intrinsic value, right? And he tells that kid, look, I'm going to teach you this, but first you need to help me with this errand. Take this little ring and bring it, try to sell it to somebody. And the kid says, okay, then how much I should sell it for? He says, look, do not accept less than 1,000 golden coins. It's like, okay, perfect. So the kid goes to the street and just say, hey, I'm first person that approaches, I'm selling this ring for 1,000 golden coins. And the first person starts laughing. It's like, what do you think? 1,000 golden coins for this ring? You're crazy. Goes to the next person and says, okay, now I'm going to try a different strategy. I'm not going to say the price. I'm going to say, how much would you pay for this ring? The person says, maybe 3 silver coins. And then the kid was like, man, this is so difficult. How am I going to sell this ring for 1,000 golden coins? The first one laughs. The second one just gives me 3 silver coins. So goes back to the master and says, look, I talked to over 50 people, 12 hours, sunrise to sunset. I could not get more than 3 golden coins for it. You asked 1,000? Are you right that this is the price you wanted to sell it for? Can we lower it? He says, no, don't lower it. Tomorrow, wake up and go talk to my friend the jeweler and see how much he gives you for this. He goes to the jeweler and says, how much would you give for this ring? He says, looks at the ring. I think I could give you 2,000 golden coins. What do you think? And the kid just like goes like this eyes, and says, 2,000? He says, yeah, we could do that deal. Sounds good to you? And the kid, yeah, boom. Then goes back to the master, says, 2,000 golden coins. He said, look, you said it's the same ring. You just need to bring it to the person who can see the value in it.
Exactly.
It's a very beautiful tale.
Yes, I love this.
And the kid kept 1,000 golden coins and the other 1,000 for the master. And this is, man, the intrinsic value we have and the value of working in our companies. If they see it, great.
Yes.
If they want to drop,
exactly.
It's great as well.
Yes, and you can improve. Like another thing is, they want to work with you because of your personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about the blueprint which you have, but also of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
People buy from the people who have specific characteristics, So basically when you hire someone, they are really buying you. It's like your clients.
Yeah.
Because they want to be associated with you,
Mm-hmm.
And the best employees I discovered, or best people who work with you, are the ones who bought your product.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I worked in, I've been part of many companies like yours,
Mm-hmm.
digital coaching, info products, etc.
Yes.
And the best partners, basically like staff members or like people who
Mm-hmm.
work with you, are the ones who bought your product before.
Yes.
They
believe in it.
Yeah, and but it's not really for the it's not really for the VA, but like someone like your right
position.
Yeah, like your right hand or like management. This is how you can hire. So you have so many clients, they pay you. So basically, they pay you to hire them.
Yes.
You flip the script on the script. You flip the script on the head again.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about flipping the script. Like the book, Flip the Script.
Mm-hmm.
It's about flipping the script.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because no one thinks about it, right? Like, oh, I have to hire someone. I have to pay them. No. They pay me first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I hire them.
Yeah.
This is
And
the
then
best
you can
way.
build wealth together.
Yes. And I've seen it happen so many times. I've done it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I paid people. I bought a product, and then I work with them.
Yeah.
And I love that,
Yeah.
This
And
also
it's a win-win.
Yeah, and it's also advice for young people who are just starting out. You can just do that. You are going to stand out from the crowd. Like if you want to be hired, just pay someone to hire you.
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks like this? You ask me how I do things in half time. This is exactly what I do. Things like this, just thinking out of the box.
Totally. Money is a catalyst.
Yeah.
Some people say, oh, I want it free. Man, if you pay for it, you get something much more valuable in return, which is time.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of it.
Yes.
That's the beauty of it.
And also, at some level, you stop buying products. You start creating relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For example, some guys who here, they make money and they start spending money. They want like art, this and that, bags, watches, and they just go around and just to random places. I'm like, man, use this money, go to one person, have the best hookup in the world, and spend this money with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because in 20 years, what will you want to do? You are a man who wants to have a freaking Picasso on the wall. But do you think you can just roll up and buy a Picasso? No, you need a hookup.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can buy you think you can buy let's say you have, 10 million on your bank account. Do you think you can just walk into Richard Miller and buy Richard Miller?
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Mm-hmm.
They will not sell it to you. They will not give it to you.
Who are you?
Yeah, like the same with Picasso. You need to have a relationship, and the same with Ferrari. Mm-hmm. You go to you want the new Ferrari, and they're like, excuse me, you want the a limited edition Ferrari LaFerrari? They're like, come on, man, no way.
Yeah.
You have to first buy 20 Ferraris before.
Yes.
So this is about building relationship and using the money to build the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you start thinking about this way after you spend enough.
Yes.
Okay, here we are.
We arrived.
Yeah, somewhere here.
So these are car conversations.
Car conversations.
We're gonna now continue with the training. So it looks like it's here. We'll see you with some boxing.